What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And I was on the way home from a trip to Jersey, and Bron signed with Philadelphia. So I got some notes. We're gonna talk about it, man. It's been a minute since I did a video. Obviously, I want to be more consistent, but trying to just come up with more creative, more original content. You get what I'm saying? So love talking about the NBA, but I got other videos that I've been wanting to work on, and there's so much going on. And I think like half hour from now, SDCC is happening, so there'll definitely be some Marvel stuff to talk about. But we just going, keep pushing through with this content. Like I said, man, Bron signed with Philly. I was like almost certain that it was going to be Cleveland, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, you definitely maybe got 2-3 years left. Cleveland got a decent squad that you could get in there and at least do something, bro. And even if you don't win another championship, bro, at least you went back home. You get what I'm saying? You look at, the stars in today's league, and a lot of these guys, like, have places that they could call home, but a lot of these guys, like other guys, don't. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I thought that would be big for him. I'm pretty sure his family probably live out there, and he probably still know a guy that know a guy. And but nonetheless, I mean, Philly isn't bad. They definitely building some type of super team over there, cause on top of Brown and Braun and they new draft pick. I think his name is Phylon. They also just signed KCP. So, he been in them trenches with LeBron, and that's a Uder right there. You gotta put some respect on KCP name. But just getting into these notes, yeah. Like thinking about it, my first reaction, I was really like, damn, bro, Lakers didn't get Bron. And it sounds very hypocritical because in like the last couple videos I've talked about the NBA, I've mentioned how I would like to see the Lakers move on from Bron. But the Lakers the moves that the Lakers made really, I feel like, was to put Bron in that last slot. And I think as long as LeBron is in like LA, or really like any market, I feel like besides like a few other ones, he'll always be that main guy. You get what I'm saying? He'll always be that main guy. And I think with that, with him being a big guy, it also like he has to be the franchise player. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, that's why I thought that Cleveland was it, because I'm like, that's Bron. Cleveland don't got no option but to love LeBron. You get what I'm saying? He really gave them one of them things. Like, you got to respect that. And truthfully, like I said, I mean, Lakers should probably still get somebody else. I mean, because like I said, I do think that he would have still had to be that number one guy, and you can't really do that to a guy like Luka. You get what I'm saying? So, I do think that it is crazy though that it took him this long. I wish that it would have happened way earlier. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it's LeBron. I mean, like right now he might be like, he generally might be like the most like gotta have the highest IQ out of anybody in the league. You get what I'm saying, bro? So it's like he know where he was going. I just hate that it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna take up the whole summer for this, and it's like, Bron, you know where you could fit, gang. You like the greatest player of all time, bro. You could fit into any situation for the most part. Like, but I mean, I I was thinking too, because LeBron claims that this is his last decision, and I'm like, I wonder how serious they're gonna lean into that. You get what I'm saying? Like, what type of, not really like marketing strategy, but like what type of like campaign will they run for LeBron in Philly, right? Because if you're Philadelphia, and I mean they got Joel Embiid, they had Ben Simmons, and I feel like they got two just absolute gems and just dogs in Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. like I wonder how will they campaign one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest? You get what I'm saying? And even just like I wonder how this is gonna work basketball wise too. And we'll get into that because like another question I have as well too is if he signed 2 years, 8 million, so 4 years each. If you were gonna take the pay cut, right? Like if the pay cut was on the table, why not just re-sign with the Lakers? And I don't know. Maybe he felt like he was getting in the way of the Luka stuff because I feel like one way or another you could say that's true, but or maybe he was just over with how LA treated him. I mean, you join a franchise who I mean, like their martyr is Kobe Bryant, one of the craziest basketball players of all time. So I mean, if he went there with the if he went there with the thought of I'm gonna take over this franchise, and nah, nigga, they was never gonna love you more than Kobe. Let's just keep it a bean. But I mean, it is what it is, though, bro. If we want to talk about you know the basketball part now, um, Sixers projected starting lineup: Maxey, VJ, Jalen Brown, LeBron, and Embiid, or maybe. Yeah, I would probably put Brown at the four. I'd probably put Brown at the four. Yeah, bro. This should be a finals lock. Should be a finals lock if healthy. If Joel Embiid stay healthy, because to me it's like, yo, if you the Sixers, you could probably get away with resting Joel Embiid some of these games. You get what I'm saying? And just riding off that wave of VJ, Maxey, and like Brown and LeBron. You get what I'm saying? And I think the game plan might sort of be somewhat like familiar or reminiscent of the like World Cup play. Just think about like the pick and rolls between Bron. Like go back and look at footage of like the pick and rolls between Bron, Steph, Embiid, Bron, AD, Bron, Embiid. Like if you go back and you look at like I feel like it's enough there from that time period the Olympics games. Like if you go back and you look at that, I mean, you can probably eat off of some of these plays that they ran. You get what I'm saying? And it helps that he ran some of these plays with Joel Embiid. You get what I'm saying? You can argue even though that it was outside of the NBA, you can argue that Joel Embiid was the last good center that Bron played with. And I'm excited because obviously, I mean, who knows? Bron might be able to tap him in with the German doctor and get Joel Embiid body right. But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like this is too much of a spectacle right now to sort of like really go into the X and O's. But like I think but I think that like it's gonna be real. I mean, like Bron is a creator at the end of the day. So I think when you have because truthfully, I mean, like when you look at the offensive weapons that the Sixers have, if you put like one of the greatest creators, one of the greatest like, just playmakers and very high vision, high IQ player like Bron, he might be the key to unlock this. I'm not gonna lie. And I think that I mean, like, I don't think we're looking at like a 20, what was that, 2017, 2016, 2018, like Warriors domination run. But also, if y'all hear a bunch of like side racket and noise, yeah, it's like the middle of the summer. So it's not the best time for me to be doing this video. But yeah, I think like if you look at these offensive weapons, if you look at like imagine how much crazier Maxey could be if his if his need for creating as the one, you get what I'm saying, now decrease it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit this. I'm gonna have to edit this. But like, imagine if like Maxi's creation, or like if his most of his ball handling duties were just to create, just shoot. You get what I'm saying? Versus having to create too. And I feel like if you put that pressure on Bron, like Bron should literally right now be Draymond. Bron should literally be the LeBron of Draymond's these next 2 years in Philly. I think as an offensive engine, and like I said, like a playmaking creator, it's just like, I don't know, like, will Bron even come off the bench if needed? You get what I'm saying? And I know Nick Nurse is with Clutch, and you know, I know the politics behind it all, but will he? Will he come off the bench? Because I'm like, a lineup of Maxi, VJ, Jalen Brown, Bron, and Embiid, you there has to be, I don't know. I don't know. Like there has to be some type of creation. Like there has to be some type of floor general. Like all of these guys, I mean, each one of these guys can go and create for themselves easily. But like imagine just like one sole nasty high IQ playmaking engine in the middle of all of that, bro. Like imagine like Steve Nash, Luca, like Magic, any of the greatest like playmakers, bro. Rondo, Chris Paul. Like, could you imagine somebody having this many weapons on their squad, bro? It's just it's crazy. It's crazy for real. But also, like, I'm very interested to see how Maxi's and VJ's numbers will look. You get what I'm saying? And will this also like somewhat, yo, this dog is out here going crazy. I'm gonna have to cut this. I'm gonna have to cut this. This is ridiculous. All right, we back. The camera just cut off. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm very curious about what Maxi's numbers will look like. Obviously, I feel like Maxi definitely holds a spot where he can be maybe like a top 15 player in this league. And I feel like the way it was going, and just the way that the league goes, and I feel like he probably has a chance to be like a top 10 player in this league. And I like, what does that look like now when you now have, one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest player of all time in LeBron James, and you have Jalen Brown, another great scorer, great two-way guy. It's going to be very interesting. And like, as far as VJ Edgecombe, right, and his development, I feel like I'm optimistic a little bit more now for him, because you have an opportunity to learn from some greats, bro. Like, I know a lot of people like to clown on Jalen Brown and, oh, he's this and Twitch this, and he think he's the smartest person in the room. But, bro, you got to give Jalen Brown his credit. He's been one of the most solid guys in the league. You know what I'm saying? For some time now. And I think that if last season proved anything, it proved that he's exactly who he think he is. And I think that obviously you put LeBron in there, 24 years in the league, or he's going into his 24th year. You put LeBron into that, and it's like, bro, he's around the right type of guys. You know what I'm saying? That you want him to be around. Some guys, vets, are Santiago Dama and freaking whoever. You know what I'm saying? That random Santiago Dama shade, bro. No beef, no Diddy. That's all I got for y'all tonight, though, man. I'm still thinking about how this is about to work, but I'm optimistic. I maybe know one Philly fan. I gotta tap in with him. You know exactly who you is. He probably gonna watch this video and send me something. I don't know, man. I'm turned, bro. I'm excited for SDCC. I don't know what's gonna go on with these next few Marvel movies, bro. I don't know, but or hey, what else are we gonna see at SDCC, bro? I think they just announced mad other stuff today too. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, bro. It's been a minute, bro. Love. If y'all subscribe, leave a comment, turn me up, bro.